Hi, welcome to e-learning design and development 495 for 2016 and 2017. In this course, we're going to really delve into what I think is the most important part of the e-learning process, and that's the instructional design. So Michael Allen has a second version out of Guide to E-Learning, and he argues that the newfound ease of developing all these e-learning courses has really left a lot of people to neglect the importance of that beginning stage of designing it. And that even includes things like analysis, identifying the business problem, and finding the right solution to it. So that's what we're going to focus on, especially in the first several weeks of this course. And we're going to really focus on these three words: meaningful, memorable, motivational. When I start a project, I like to give myself a challenge. For my students, I'm giving you this one as well. We need to build e-learning that's meaningful, memorable, and motivational. And Michael Allen refers to those words over and over and over again, and they really do work. If you keep those three things in mind, it really keeps you focused and keeps the project from being a to-do list, and keeps the focus of what you want to accomplish in your e-learning. So ask yourself why e-learning is the best way for the material to be presented. When you're looking at a problem, don't just assume, oh, we'll throw e-learning at it. Is that really the best way? And don't just use your gut. Use actual data rather than relying on your instincts. I mean, instincts work for a certain degree, but you also need to have solid data that shows, and you can get that beforehand by measuring the progress of an existing program. You can get that after the e-learning by measuring your success. Identifying what those success points are going to be before you even get started is really important. And then really knowing you never just wrap up your e-learning in a bow and send it off. You're always going to iterate. As soon as you're done, you're going to measure that success and decide what you're going to do next to make it better. Anyway, in this course, I keep talking about the end product, but I really encourage you to slow down. I know, especially if you're like me, you really want to dig in and start building your first e-learning course, but for the next few weeks, I really don't want you to focus on that end product, but the process of the design. We're going to start with studying some e-learning theory, focusing mostly on adults and how adults learn, but a lot of that can be used in K-12 as well. Adults, we find, have been a little bit more trained on a certain way of learning, and so therefore have sometimes trouble being natural learners. Even though we were born natural learners, they have to be kind of re-inundated into that natural learning process. So there are some differences with adults. Then I'm going to ask you to go out and find examples of e-learning. I have some. Michael Allen has many in his book. And then you can find several others on the internet. And these are good examples, bad examples, ugly examples. Now, ugly does not always mean bad. But I want you to find those examples of learning and share your thoughts on what they do well, what they don't do well, and how you would improve upon it. And that'll happen later on in this course. And then finally, we're going to look into your own profession or your own private personal experiences, and we're going to identify a problem that you believe you can solve with e-learning. So like I said, it can be from your professional life, or it could be something that you've just noticed that you can improve upon. Something, maybe it's a passion project of yours. And I want you to identify that problem that could be solved potentially with e-learning. And I'll ask you a ton of questions about it to verify that e-learning is the right mode. And you might find one you think e-learning is going to be the best for, and then as we go through the process, you find e-learning is not going to be. Or maybe it's a blended process of e-learning and instructional design, and that's fine too. And you're going to begin to use what we've learned throughout this course to develop your first e-learning design. We're going to do analysis, design, and then you'll have the opportunity to go through with development later on in the next course. All right, so I hope you're as excited as I am. I have some lectures and some things from last year from Michael Allen's first book that are still relevant, so I'm keeping those in there. And then I have some new videos that I will also share. The other thing I'm trying to do more of is make this even more interactive of a course. So you'll see that, again, I still iterate as well. So every year this course changes a little bit as I decide certain things are working and certain things aren't. So your feedback is important to me as well. So I'll ask for that from you as well throughout the course. Enjoy your time, and I will see you next week.